Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exclusive interview. Here is KKS Campus 360, the number one media platform on campus that talks about stories that educate, inspire, and bring impact. Today I sit here with me, a great man, Mr. Clarke.
So, what we are saying is that the world is about networking. I look for students. My belief about an ideal student is that you should be somebody who can adapt, who can innovate, who can create. Everybody is in the university to obtain a degree. But when you have a degree, what do you do with a degree? There must be something unique about you that when you set into any ecosystem, people would want to employ you because of your skill set. So the university, through the leadership of the Vice Chancellor, have set up what you call the Skills and Talent Development Center. So you don't leave school as a graduate just like that, but you have something that is unique about you that will make you employable. So we do a lot of career fairs. So on 11 to 13 like this, at the Bank of Ghana Auditorium, a lot of business are coming, companies are coming, Blue Power, GMPC, Ghana Gas, all of them are coming. And then there will be an aptitude test right in the room. You can be employed once you're an alumni. Apart from that, if you intend to go and do your service, Blue Power Authority, the CEO will be in the room. You take opportunity, you take advantage, and then so that you connect it to your destiny helpers or destiny investors. That is the only way you leave school and become employable, or you leave school and you have a lot of network within which you can survive. So we are doing pretty well and remain committed to ensure that students are pretty fine.
Okay, so is there any links for the students to get after campus?
Oh yes, definitely. And if you look at the way I'm seeing it, I believe that you don't have to know an MP to be relevant. I believe you don't have to know a minister to be relevant. However, God created you and put you in this place. It is destiny that around this time you'll be here as a student. Once you are here in your class, there are people that can connect you easily. There are staff of this community that can change your story. There are people you meet on the streets who can change it. How do you carry yourself in glory as a student? For example, the last time I met you, we became friends overnight because of the way you carried yourself. If I was not convinced, I will not sit down with you for a conversation. So, as a university, you put in place mechanism to ensure that the student will take full advantage. If you talk to engineer Professor Gilbert Ayeni, he will tell you that he feels that every student ought to go for industrial attachment. But when you go for industrial attachment and work starts at 8 p.m. and you report at 9 a.m., certainly after one semester, you can't come back to that company. So let's emulate the spirit of a student that is prepared to go the extra mile and get certain things as part of your learning culture. Learn how to drive. Do you know how to drive? Because if you know how to drive, you go into your organization, your boss say, oh, KKS, pick, or Kobe, pick my children from school for me. By so doing, you are bringing closer. You have access to the wife. You have access to the family. Okay? It will open some doors unknown to you. Apart from that, in our university, we encourage students to take up courses in French. Because if you look at the sub-region or West Africa,
French, it
is a difficult discipline for some people.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that in Africa, in West Africa, only 5 countries speak English exclusively. Ghana, Gambia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and what? Liberia. All the other countries are francophones. So if you have a skill set, you are an engineer trained by University of Energy, and then you can speak French in addition to English, it means the Ivory Coast market is waiting for you. Togolese market is waiting for you. So the opportunities will be there. You see, so that is why in the wisdom of the university management and academic board, they encourage you to take a course or program in French. By the time you leave school in 4 years, you can speak simple or basic French, and that makes it globally competitive.
So what leadership skills do you think every student must achieve or must contest with?
There's always the need to learn from other people, and for me, I tell students that for you to be a very good leader, you learn from other people. What are the skill sets? A good leader must be a good communicator. a good leader should be able to influence his or her friends. For example, if they want to demonstrate or do something wrong, a word from you, because the way you carry yourself after this gentleman, he will not do A, B, C, D. Let me tell you something. On Wednesday last week, we had a challenge with venue, because apparently the place we were going to do the Akwaba Summit Live has been allocated to assigned to this group, another group, and I met the student leadership, my own brother Zakaria Abdullah Eji, and the difficulty was that how do we get an alternative venue? Because I've used the old auditorium for all the flyers. How do you communicate overnight that there's change of venue, knowing that they are writing quizzes here and there? So immediately, and I realized that Zach is a unique leader. Immediately, you have to call the leadership, all the executives, and tell them that we are looking for alternative A and B. Eventually, when we go to the Bank of Ghana auditorium, the Bank of Ghana auditorium can take about 4,000 students. How do you fill the 4,000 students overnight? So it's becoming difficult. So then let's come to our seats, back and forth. If you're going to use our seats, you have to pay a token to the facility manager to use the place. And within a short period, so you must be assertive. You must communicate very well. You must have outstanding social mobilization skills. Okay, somebody who can pull the crowd. Because when people are aware that you are the type who have the numbers, they are scared of you.
Yeah.
Yes. Because they know you can use the knowledge to do a lot of things.
Okay.
Apart from that, you must know when to speak and when to even use sign language to talk to your friends. Okay, so leadership is somebody say people are born with leadership skills. You have to train to be a better leader. I look at our vice chancellor and I see a good leader and a pro vice chancellor. This is the vice chancellor who have instituted the culture or habit of always meeting student leaders before elections. And 4 years ago, anytime there's an election, you have to go to court. But since he introduced that habit of meeting them, the aspirant, before they go into the main elections and campaign, all the time you realize that the students are prepared to
wait, is there any opportunity for student leaders after campus?
Yes,
because
it's always.
I can be a SRC person, I can be organizer, but after the campus, I'm stuck.
You must be intentional about what you want.
Okay.
As I speak to you now, if you know Jamal Indrusu, you know him.
Yeah.
Jamal Indrusu was the acting president for the SRC, substantive SRC president. You know Prince Chumisi Ankra, PTA, we call him PTA. He was the weekend president for the student leadership for the past 3 years. He worked with Swansea, Bafo, he worked with Gideon Edu, and recently worked with Oleku Fairplay, Andrew Damso. And then if you also know Gideon Edu, former SRC president. Why am I mentioning their names? They want to do their postgraduate program here. The two of them are doing computer science, MPhil, and then Chumesi is MPhil electrical engineering. I have written for my office that we should give them 50% of their school fee should be waived off.
Wow.
So we value students. And when you serve the university, we don't forget about it. And we create, I'm telling you that this is the only university in Ghana where the vice chancellor and management care so much about the students. The very day the students were crowned as the debaters champion in Ghana, somewhere in November, the next day the vice chancellor invited the Sunyani West MP, Honorable Minister Mankwa Yeboah, and invited an MP for Denchira. We had a dinner for the students.
Wow.
Just the next day, Saturday, I was the MC for that program. Then in the evening, we took them to Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. It wasn't planned.
They really enjoyed it.
Yes, but they have won. They're not that we took them to Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to see the minister. We took them to the Minister for Chieftaincy and Local Government, Honorable Ahmed. Okay, the MP for Banda. We took them to the Minister for Education, the Rural Minister for Education, Honorable Haruna Indusu. I took them with the team, the Vice Chancellor, to City FM and City TV for them to be recorded. I took them to UTV, Joy News. You see, wow. we believe in exposing them, giving them the platform. And for some, that's the first time they were entering the studio. And the Joy FM program was my program. I gave it to them.
Wow, that's really good. But I always see you talking with ladies and engaging them, educating them.
Yeah.
Why? What's the reason behind that?
I was not blessed with a male child. I am James, and there's this famous philosopher all over the world, James Clarke Hayford. He believes that when you educate a man, it's just an individual you're educating. But if you educate a woman, you educate the entire nation or the entire continent. I also had the opportunity to teach in a girls' school for 9 years. The school established in the year 1946. So on Saturday, we're celebrating our 80th anniversary. Only child school, Cape Coast. I also not blessed with a male child. I have 3 girls. So for me, I'm female biased. I believe in empowering the women. So once you empower them, always want to. When I see you walking, come. And you see, it gives them the confidence. Yes. And when I share so much, some people don't know that the videos I share on the platforms, if you go to the Vice Chancellor's platform on Facebook, every 28 days, the least views is 1 million. The least view you get in 28 days is 1 million. And then engagement in terms of sharing, commenting, and all of that is 50,000.
Wow.
So it gives students platform. And let me tell you this. For me, I like students, and I believe in the vision of the university. There's this young lady, Naja, Henrietta Mafua. I went looking for her. The Vice Chancellor asked me to go and look for her. And what was the reason? She could sing. And based on that, he had 4 scholarships for accommodation and school fees. And also, she's an automatic member and recipient. Whether she comes for interview or not, she must be given.
Automatically.
Yes, because these are people who are putting the university at the highest level.
Okay.
So the Vice Chancellor believes in talent development.
You talking about talent development. How is the university supporting media and social media influencers on campus and the promoters for the university?
I am a media freak guy. I tell people that the only time I don't put camera on me is when I visit the washroom. All the time the camera should be on me. Whatever I'm doing, and I'm not scared to speak.
Camera.
I just want to speak and express myself. This is the point. If you look at this year alone, we have sold, take it from me, the big universities are selling 80,000 forms. And guess what we are selling? We sold 19,932 forms.
Wow.
The university is highly subscribed because of the student journalists, because of the bloggers, because of the social media people. So we cannot forget about them. In fact, on record, 30th November 2025, the university has sold 12,000 forms.
Hey.
And what's the result will release that very day? From that day, 30th November to 31st January, that is what? 61 days. The university added additional 8,000 forms.
Okay.
And all from student bloggers influence. So I do not joke with them. So today, what do we think about is that when it comes to opportunities, so when you go to URO, you see the number there, you see Brady K, they are student media people. But when there's a point, they'll be employed. I know the students. We follow up on them, and we have interest. And anytime you share any message, I just go and share. Sometimes I don't even read it. When it's coming from the student, I'll share just to promote your content and endorse your brand so that the world will know that you are an incredible brand. So for us, we cannot survive without the student influence.
Okay, so what advice are you going to give to a fresher in the university? Because someone might be in the university in the first time. What advice can you give to the person?
The good news is that in other universities, and I tell people that I come from the central region. The central region do not have any big company or industry. What do you have in the educational industry? So you can talk of the Boucher, the Augustins at this other college. And the first secondary school in Ghana is in Fantipi. Okay? And the first basic school in Ghana is in Cape Coast, Philip Boys. The first traditional university in Ghana is Legon in Accra. The first training college in Ghana is in Kwapem. So I believe in the educational bits. If you're a first year student, your duty is to study. Education empower you to be bold. Education brings the world at your feet. Education makes you confident. But we are already investing in Ghana. Overall, best student get to receive a brand new saloon car. Sometimes I say that the University of Energy students don't make a lot of noise. If this happened elsewhere, it would have been a different story. But it happened right here in this university. A lady, Jennifer Adai, completed SHS in the year 2012-18. The father is a farmer. The mother sells in the market. And certainly she doesn't come from a rich or affluent home. She stays home for 2 years. Instead of enrolling in 2018, she enrolls here in 2021. Though she delayed in coming to school, probably because of poverty. But when she was completing school, she's going home with a brand new saloon car. You see the story? Exciting. Not just that, she was given 5,000 Ghana to register the car. A lot of goodies. And guess what she studied? BSc Chemistry. I tell the freshers, maybe you wanted to study a particular program, you came for an interview, you were disappointed, and you had a different program to study. That program that you were studying, I'm a staunch Methodist, and I used to attend the first Methodist church in Ghana, Premier Methodist Church in Cape Coast, established in the year 1835, close to the Cape Coast Castle. And I believe that if something ought to be done, it ought to be done well. So the program you are studying, whether it is fire, BSc, fire, safety, whether agriculture, do it well. In fact, the one studying agric is not a superhuman being to the one studying nursing or medical lab. The vice chancellor studied agric science. The pro vice chancellor did agric science. But they are the two most important people in this community. So the point is that, what are you studying? Study it well. The good news is that the government of Ghana, my president, your president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, have a package for students that have enrolled in the first year. We call it a no fee stress policy. So if your school fees is 4,000, government gives you more than 2,000 or 3,000 Ghana cedis. The only condition is that you need to have a Ghana card. You must also have a valid email address. But some of the students will want to use their mother's email address. They want to use their brother's Ghana card, which the system will not permit you to do that. So these days, going to the university is quite exciting and easy compared to your time when you entered or compared to the other year group. So the opportunity is there. Study very well. Once you study very well, and I know students, they do better outside the country. I remember Abdul Subo. Abdul Subo was the president of the Ghana Muslim Students Association. Now he's doing an accelerated PhD in China. In fact, our faculty are so unique, and I still share this story with good people of Ghana and Africa. Dr. Ismail Imahi had to travel to Nigeria with the then HOD, Dr. Selina Amasa, for a program. And when they were going, they could have gone by flight, but you know what they did? They said they want to travel with a bus so that they can put students in the bus. And that day I was shocked. And because of that, I had the opportunity to join them to Lagos. We go to Lagos, Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, and the student did a brilliant presentation that in the room, everybody was shocked. Now Philip and David, they are outside the country because they attended the program in Nigeria. So there's enough story excites us. And I believe that there are incredible opportunities in the ecosystem. 2022, when Ghana was waiting for an individual to be crowned as the best orator or best public speaker in any university, it came from the University of Natural Resources. And that is Lois Poku. She studied mechanical engineering. You see, so I'm saying that the fact that you are in this university do not make you a lesser human being. God placed you here for a good reason. Take advantage. You can go to your HOD. Some universities, it is even difficult to see your HOD. Here, you vibe with the lecturers, you vibe with anybody you want to talk to. From the vice chancellor to the pro vice chancellor to everybody. The opportunities are there. Take advantage. Prepare yourself. Be a good communicator. And I tell you that the Queen's language must be studied in an impeccable manner. no matter your background, I left senior high school, I couldn't speak English. Now, bro, oh, yes, my papa. I couldn't speak English. But you see, when you go for an interview and they ask you what is your name, your response cannot be, what is your name? They will sack you from the room.
Yes.
Because you can't speak fluent and eloquently. But language is a function of accuracy and precision and fluency. The more you speak, you become better. So I tell you, no matter your discipline, you must own your space. You must be vocal. You must be able to share. For example, you do a project. You are asked to come and do a presentation. And I say, maybe I want to be a group member. Always you're a group member. Because you're a group member, you don't get to present.
Yeah.
But once you are level 100 to 400, learn. You speak and make mistakes and let them laugh at you.
Let them laugh at you.
You'll be better. When you go to the workplace, they see you as a university student. They don't expect you to make any mistake.
Okay.
But in the lecture room, when you make mistake, we laugh over it. Next time, or sometime, pick your phone and then do a presentation to yourself. Send to your friend to mark you. It's easy way of learning. When you do such things, the next audio or video will be better. But if you don't do that and always you wait till the last day, you're going to have a problem.
Okay.
You see, so we learn, we all become better once you try to help others. And in this ecosystem, I tell the student that, for example, if I give my mobile phone, my contact is more than 30,000. So people find it difficult. Where do you get your energy from? And I believe that God, no matter what you are doing, once you do it well, you will never go hungry.
You will never go hungry. So, Mr. Clarke, whilst you are ending, can you give an advice to your UENR students?
Oh, sure, definitely. I feel that we are fortunate to be on this campus. But before we end, the students should know this. The university is a public funded university. What it means is that road construction is the duty of the government. As I sit here, my desire is that in the next 2-3 days, to get a road tiled. That is my desire, my wish. And I know the Vice Chancellor and the leadership management continue to engage government. 2 weeks ago, the Vice Chancellor and the team visited the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra in Accra, all in anticipation that. So the urban roads were here last week to look at about 5-7 kilometers of road to look at it. Apart from that, as a university, our university had never received any substantial amount of money from central government. But I know that if you exit IMF, there are high possibility that we are going to have a brand new campus at Nswatre with about 280 million euros project. Because if you look at the Act of Parliament, it's not the university. It's going to have 3 campuses. The Sunyani campus ought to have the School of Arts and Social Sciences, the School of Graduate Studies, and then administration. Sciences, energy, engineer, all of them ought to go to Nswatre. But because we never had any facility befitting the State University, they had to bring all of them here. So we haven't received any substantial amount of resources to put up a facility, the lecture complex, all of that. And we are hoping and praying. As for government commitment, it's never in doubt. Their commitment from the regional minister, Honorable Yusuf Ade Akwaboah, Esquire, and his team, the 2 MCs, Honorable Vincent, and the 2 MPs. Don't forget that the MP for Sunyani is a product of the university. We did it entrepreneurship. Honorable Said Mubarak, it's a unique product. And when you go to Western region, the youth employment coordinator, Honorable Mahama, is also a product of our university. So it tells you that gradually we are shaping young minds and people that are responsible enough to take over the country. So I'm saying this because as a student, you wish that, oh, why is this building? Why is this? Now, if you look through this, look at this building. Not long ago, it was a pavilion 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we are transforming it or converting it into a 2-story building with capacity to sit as many as 1,500 students. And then we are going to have 32 offices for the teaching staff, which is quite with CCTV camera footage throughout. Then a place where students can sit and dine. So we are hoping that's the 2nd floor or the 1st floor. Very soon, with the last floor, we are good to go. Apart from that, this university has some history people are not aware of. The Earth Observation Research Innovation Center. I don't know if I've been there to the place before. Good. The Earth Observation Research is the center exclusive to only University of Energy. No university in Ghana have that center. is for flood, disaster, and related discipline monitoring. And we work closely with the NASA of the United States of America. The University of Energy also have a center or an installed carbon thermometer flags in Bia, which is used to measure carbon exchange in the atmosphere. No university has it in Africa, except the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Because of the numbers, and dealing with the numbers, the Vice Chancellor and the team visited Ghana Gas Company Limited, had some money from them, about 2 million, and he devoted it to put up a modern hospital. If you are going to Owan on your right, it's about 80-bed capacity hospital with modern facility. Then some of the students have husbands and wives, which is very important. So when a student have a child, where do you send your child to? It should be the Montessori. In the whole Bono and Afro region, we have the best in terms of Montessori, purely from IGF. And you need to go and visit the place. Very nice. The basic school, in fact, 4 years ago, what was the basic school you're talking about? Was a container, stores, transformed into a basic school. You can find it close to the Falcons Hall.
Yeah.
Now we have a 24 classroom facility, and then we have 4-story building just to house or to make sure that the students are comfortable at the basic school level. Our basic school are doing very well. In fact, if you look at their result, the whole Bono region, if you are not the second, maybe the best. So, but what strikes me, and it's a testament to resilience and mental fortitude, is the multi-purpose building. That building is purely from IGFO. All the buildings we see on campus springing up are from school fees.
Okay.
So you see this peel up, purely from school fees. Have you seen the peel up?
Yeah.
Purely from school fees. Good. So this one, we have intention to start a medical school, the peel up from IGF. Now when you go to SH, the top there, we have a state-of-the-art ICT center with about 250 modern computers.
Wow.
You have to visit it to see. Apart from that, behind you is the Regional Center of Energy and Environmental Sustainability. This center trains more than 15 students from the African continent. They are all being trained from here. Okay. And our university and this center has been adjudged as the Energy Institution of the Year in the year 2025. So that is the University of Energy. The Doma campus is unique in its right. And the Doma campus run programs that are so unique. So for me, I tell students that God brought you to this ecosystem for a good reason. Take advantage, learn and relearn. Pluto said something. He said, the function of education, when you are forgetting what you were taught in school. For example, I studied BSc Agri Science. I have masters in BSc Agri Science. What I do is different from what I studied at the university. So as a student, you must be ready to adapt, ready to change the narrative. For us, I had a chance to go and work in GCB Bank, and I declined because I'm not the type that I can sit down for a long time.
Yeah, I know that.
So you must know what you are looking for.
Okay.
Not that everybody's going to the bank. You want to go to the bank.
Yeah.
So you must know what you are looking for and what will make you happy. I want to talk. I want to engage. I want to help people.
I want to travel.
Travel. That's what I do. So for us as a university, and let me tell you that we have started our roadshow. The roadshow takes us to all secondary schools in Ghana. Every year, the University of Energy team visits about 230 secondary schools. So when you go to mechanical engineering department like this, the first years are 360. Of that number, 60 of them are from Opokuwari Senior High School, 20 from Opokuwari, 20 from Wesley Girls High School. We have moved to a stage where we are looking for very top schools. So we category A more, category B in that order. Okay. And that is what the lady you see here on this one is a Slopson. Lillian. Okay. She studied civil engineering here. She's a Slopson. St. Louis Senior High School. So we do our intention is that let's get people into this ecosystem. And when you come here, take advantage and study. In other universities, they want to punish you. And I say so without any fear of contradiction. Because if you ask me to obtain grade 6 and become a civil engineering student in University of Energy, I don't think it's fair. Because we compare the schools across the country. Some of them, when you go, you don't even see science lab.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they are being taught science. I feel that cut-off point is a barrier to quality tertiary education. I could not speak English in the year about 25, 26 years ago, but today I can speak simple English. What has changed? Environment, exposure, and experience. So for University of Energy, the management do not strictly, religiously enforce what you call cut-off point. We also do not have any fee-paying program.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a fee-paying program, and I think Ghana must applaud us because we could have used ways and means to get money from parents. But why must you punish parents because the child could not obtain a grade 7 or 8? Everybody deserves the chance to go to the university, and the world will be at your feet. Our life have changed because our parents were committed in sending us to the university. Why must I deny you opportunity to come to the university?
Okay. So, Mr. Clarke, what legacy do you want to leave?
For me, I want to be remembered as somebody who cared for young ones and who had the young ones at heart. And if you know me very well, I enjoy student program more than the students themselves. On Sunday dawn, we closed at 4:36 a.m. and I was there throughout. Friday, Saturday, I was there throughout the Akwaba Week celebration. I want to know what is happening. You know, all work and no play make Jack double. You must be entertained. If you know how to get A in elective maths, but you can't dance on your wedding day, you are not a complete human being. Everything matters.
Yes.
You don't know how to kiss. Life must be, that is life. Complete package.
Yes.
So me, everywhere I go,
Okay.
I book it with a student. You see, the difference between me and the student is that I was born before he was born, but he may be intelligent than me. That is my principle.
Yes, that's really,
There are things I learn from you that my mates cannot teach me. So I will never, I'm trained to be customer friendly and student centered.
Okay, so Mr. Clarke, do you think that a young boy can advise or can give?
Yes. If you know me very well, those that I advise are older than me, far older than me. Those that I consult from, they are older than me. But you see, if you go into a meeting, your boss is there, he's going off. You can't raise your hand and oppose your boss. What you can do is that smartly, you can send him a message on WhatsApp. Oh, that sir, please can you look at, oh madam, please can you look at this? Or you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a way to alert him. Don't let them see that you are the one supporting your boss in this regard.
It is going bad.
So in Africa, where we come from, the messenger is important than the message. The Europeans are trained to challenge the status quo. But in Africa, part of the world, if you are communicating, they look at the messenger first. So Ghana, respect our pastor.
You must respect them.
Yeah, you must respect them. In fact, most women respect their pastors more than their
husbands. Yes.
Even when the husband is older than the pastor.
Yes. My pastor said I should sleep.
Yeah. So you see, so normally it depends upon when you carry yourself in glory, you die with the mighty in society. So you must always not, there's a way to, for example, you sit somewhere, you see things you're not comfortable with. Who do I talk to? Who should I engage? So sometimes they will use your idea and you may not own up to it, but the one that is using it knows that, oh, this idea is coming from Kobe. It happens a lot of the times. And I remember there was a day on 23rd of March 2024. The Vice Chancellor had to go to Accra for Springboard Roadshow to record it. And then we played the full tape somewhere in April 2024. On our way to Accra, we went by flight. And when you go to Accra by 10:15, the plane couldn't land for more than 1 hour, 20 minutes. Oh, I'm telling you. And this experience, when I recount, I always thank God for our life. And in that plane, everybody was praying. So when there was a crash involving our distinguished ministers, I felt that sometimes we are fortunate to be alive. Yes. And he was serving his country. He's gone. And you see, you must serve with humility. When you enter Holy Child Chapel, you will see that Proverbs 3 something 12, it says, humility comes before honor. you must always respect people, whether you are rich, you are poor, because everybody needs somebody in life. Once you know that one and you become a student, it is easy to get help. Okay, I traveled to Tamale. We met a young guy who wanted to be a nurse, and the way he was serving us, now he's here, he's in the final year. I'm telling you, a boy, Adam Mugis, he's in first year. He traveled from Tamale to Sunyane. Guess what he was going to do? He was coming to buy admission form. 2026. 2026, so I was in Green FM, they called me that I have a call. When I came out, I thought he wanted to change his program from, normally I don't want to change programs. Okay. We don't do, but if, your argument are a bit convincing, then the team will look at it. Okay. And he said, I want to buy admission. But Tamale, we have a lot of outlets that you can buy the form. So he doesn't know.
Hey.
So instantly, I have to take him to the admission finance, buy the form, fill it in the office here for, and immediately he was given admission. He had to go. So information dissemination make our steward empowered. Once you have information, you walk through town, you are confident, you are bold, you know your environment. For example, some of you don't even know your HODs, you don't know your dean. And funny enough, you only greet those that are teaching you. Somebody will not be in suit, may be walking by like that. By the most powerful person, you go for interview, the guy did not greet, yes, or you fought with, is the one who is chairing the meeting. Okay. Just this year, we are coming from somewhere, the nursing interview and medical was conducted around December. Okay. Coming from Kumasi, I sat in a vehicle, one student in 1100. The guy was disciplined. He wanted to help me with my bag, all the things he was doing. And when he tied down in Sunyani High Sense area, I asked him, so where do you go to school? So I'm coming for medical lab interview. Said, which university? Said, and I laughed. I took his number, the rest is history. So always there is an opening for you. But if you're not smart enough, you will not see it. The gentleman you don't like in your class, the lady you hate badly, is the one that may change your story. So you must be careful as young people, and you must make sure that we leave a mark. Our motto says knowledge, integrity, and impact. There's a boy in question, Frank Atta. Frank Atta discovered 10,000 Ghana cedis close to Bank of Ghana in Sunyani. Never used a peswa to take or bought a vehicle to town to Sunyani. He walked from Bank of Ghana to and was looking for the owner of that particular money. Such a boy or such a gentleman, if there's opportunity for him to be put in, I will make sure and I will plead that he's considered, because he had demonstrated integrity to the highest level. Yes. Why is it the to go and offer? You see, so the Ghanaian spirit and the Ghanaian training makes you, so me, I don't believe that I don't know, you have to know somebody. I'm sitting here with you. If you are looking for support and I have it, I'll grant it willingly, because you are helping the university. But you may not be a relative. You should not be a relative. But I see the skill set you have and how you can change the world through your media work. So why won't I help you? So carry yourself in glory. Be careful where you find yourself. Somebody walked to the office 4 years ago and she was lamenting. Now, 719 service to Crampo there. And the person apparently was not going to his workplace because 719 is someone. But when she was done with the service, she wanted to come back to the same university. So there are two people. Which of them do you think you must consider? So there's always opportunity for us. We have born into Africa, in Ghana in particular, to change the world. Let's be sincere, let's be honest. Let us help one another. That is the only way our country and our university. And I tell people that the university, which is normal, but I've never come across any perfect. I don't want to mention any university. Just yesterday, some people were complaining about data. And they are using money to go and buy 500,000 something on social media.
Yeah.
You see, so everybody have problems. You may have no chairs in them. When we buy the chairs, which is good and I support it, now management is buying between 500 and 1,500 chairs for the students. By the nature of the lecture theatre, you have to leave them mobile. People carry them. We went to Bogatanga and we saw a chair inscribed University of Energy at Bogatanga station.
Hey.
Yes. So the point is, when will you stop buying? But when you buy, somebody will take it to the hostel, somebody will take it to the diaspora. But until we get this kind of lecture complex where you can't move away the chairs, we have to manage to them and support us to ensure that they are comfortable. So my take is that, remember, you are in a good university. Remember, your lecturers are committed, dedicated, and they want you to succeed. Because for me, I've been to other universities, I've been educated there, and I can tell you that for University of Energy lecturers, their commitment, you don't get it anyway. Pastor Tony Bedu would always support students. Professor Simon Abugi, Dean of Students, pays for students' school fees. We are the only university where we devote substantial amount of money for university, targeting about 300 students that are deliver brilliant. And when we are bringing our teams to this campus, now we go through partnership. 2024, Dating Wave Concert, if we were here, Can Promise, Black, all of them were here. 2024, Stoneboy was here. Last year, Coco Smoke and all of that. So we believe in a holistic environment where you're able to do a lot of things.
So environment that you can develop everything. Today we talk with Mr. Clarke. If you are in University of Energy and Natural Resources and you don't know Mr. Clarke, you are missing a lot. He is the most free lecturer on campus. This is KKS Campus 3C. Follow us for more info. Thank you.